Hello, sailors. Welcome to. Oh my god, the cameras are off. That's fine. Welcome to episode 25 of The Savage Tide. I'm your host and Dungeon Master. I'm Eric Fulgaris, pronouns here today. I'm ready to rock and roll. Sorry we haven't played in a while. Let's throw around the horn as I fix the cameras. LZT, take it away.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We haven't been anywhere. It's just that no one's in the same place at the same time as everyone else. I've got nothing. I got absolutely nothing.
Who do you
Dempsey.
play? Okay.
I play character. I think no. Wait, who did I play? I played Presco.
A snake.
Dempsey.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Dempsey. I use he/they pronouns. I play Kirk Monteau, the cursed champion of Istis. He is a half-orc paladin. And I'm in a different place because I moved, and there's better lighting. And my inspiration trigger for the day is you physically changed. Strike fear in the hearts of your enemies with your gruesome features. Henley.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, Spicy Mayo. Pleasure to be back. Yeah, I'll be playing Spicy Mayo. Yeah, I'm a white man. Mayonnaise is spicy to me. So I'll be playing Pinel Apple today. I'll be playing Pinel Apple. He is a Aarakocra swashbuckler. There we go. Which is a rogue with 2 swords. And my inspiration today is history holds all the answers. Use your knowledge to succeed at a crucial moment.
Awesome.
Yeah. I guess Kelsa.
Hello. I'm Kelsa. I use she/her pronouns, but I'm playing Bajko, who is he, him, a half-orc barbarian. Barbarian berserker even. And my inspiration trigger for today is a oldie but a goodie. Describe how the current situation wasn't nearly as hard as growing up in Shadowshore. And it's possible that in the background I'm drawing Bajko and then hopefully also Korik. And at some point I may share that depending on if I ever finish it.
I'm also looking up strange underwear model shots to help.
That is important. Okay, look, I need references for back muscles because Bajko has back muscles for days.
Just like abs on your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drawing Bashko is very difficult because he's just a big, muscly boy.
And he never wears a shirt.
That's and never wears a shirt.
You could just draw him as like a single bicep. Like just one whole bicep from head to toe.
Korik is much easier to draw because he actually wears clothes.
It's so true. Like, fashion is easier than muscle definition.
Really? That was going to be my question. Is that really true?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yes.
It's
100%.
so much easier.
I guess I thought the ripples.
Well, let me tell you this.
Ripples of fabric is harder than rippling abs.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because the reason why is because people know what a human body looks like, and they've seen a bodybuilder. But if I draw fantasy clothing, they have no idea what that material is supposed to fall like. And if I make it ripple in one way when realistically, if it was made out of this material, it should rip in a different way. Nobody's going to know that.
So you're tricking our brain because I guess our brains have like an uncanny valley for human shape and like body type. Okay. That makes sense.
And so when you put clothing on them, it's a lot easier to fudge that. And if it's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's
brains are weird.
It's easier. But when
the image.
Because you don't have to have definition with clothing. But you need the definition, you need the shadow and stuff to like make muscles like work in a piece of art.
Henley, what you linked, I'm not sharing on stream. That's cursed. You can share
it. It is cursed.
No. If anyone wants to see what it is, don't.
It's not helpful.
No, it's a cursed
come on, it's
We're
It's from
protecting
Seinfeld.
you.
It's
Not that
Seinfeld.
bad.
No. Anyways, previously on episode 24, I'm sure if you're watching this far, you've already seen it, but in case this is your first time, the party just fought a mercenary ship, chock full of gnolls in service of the Crimson Fleet. They were tracking down the party, thinking they were weak prey, but they turned out that they were much more difficult than they thought. They got their butts kicked, and they heard from the captain that one of the rising stars of the Crimson Fleet, a pirate by the name of Vanthus, has been planning an attack against the colony of Farshore, which is sort of en route. It's south of kind of where the party is now, but it's going to plan to come off in a couple months. So the party is going to rush down to Farshore, warn the governor or governess of Farshore, an old friend of the party named Lavinia Vanderborn, and see what can be done. So, yeah. You guys are sailing. It's a mighty fine day for sailing. Warm, fair weathers here. Clear sky. You're all just full speed ahead here. So we're gonna cut to. There's no like encounter or anything on the way. We're gonna cut to you guys sort of getting close to Farshore. So before you reach Farshore proper, because it's at the southern edge of the Isle of Dread. To show part of the Isle of Dread, I wish I had the Jurassic Park song on. It's basically Isla Nebula. It's got this bright, beautiful, shiny shores, dense, amazing jungles that seem to go on. A few peaks of like volcanic mountains. Small troop or cadre of pterodons or pterodactyls fly around. Large creatures and shrieks and shrills from the jungles as you guys round the coast are sounds of creatures that you are very, 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 very rarely see outside of maybe like a gladiatorial arena, right? This place is home to many of the creatures that get fought in places like Sassurin's Colosseum and other places. So it's special. Also littering the area are several, you can see from here, active villages or even like towns of like large stone. It kind of resembles a lot of the stuff from like Temoacan, right? That's sort of like Mesoamerican stone, like mega city structure, ziggurat-esque places. But as you continue down the coast, you can see that there is a more of an ominous sign as you sort of round the hook of the southern edge of the island towards the little. It's not. I mean, the Island of Dread isn't like an archipelago, but there are a couple little like child islands, I think is maybe the word for it. You know what I mean? Like an island off an island. Anyways, that's where Farshore is, and as you sort of like round the hook of the Isle of Dread, you can see that there is some black smoke coming from sort of the area of Farshore. And you can begin to hear the sounds of a skirmish going on.
What do we know about the Isle of Dread? Is it like a tourist resort? It sounds.
Yeah. So a few things you know about the Isle of Dread.
Except for there's a place called Farshore.
Right. So a couple things you know about the Isle of Dread. The Isle of Dread for the longest time was sort of forgotten about. It was recently rediscovered. The second thing is that it's home to several of the Almond tribe of folks. They are sort of related to the rest of the Almonds, which is sort of the civilization that founded Temoacan, right? Just different tribes of them. It's full of dinosaurs and other dark, dangerous creatures. Speaking of which, in terms of the stuff that like Cork and our party knows is that the Isle of Dread is also apparently where those pearls were getting created, or at least like that's where the visions told you to go there. What else do you know about Farshore? Yeah, it's dotted by those. There's a couple other races of creatures that live here that are intelligent, that live in fairly normal harmony There's these. I don't think anyone's seen them yet, but there's kind of like flying squirrel-like creatures, or something like akin to like a not like a lemur. Maybe is the better way of thinking about it. That can like glide. Some of them live here. I don't know. What kind of questions are you, other than that, and then just dropping?
Extensive wildlife is what you're saying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And lots of weird things that fight in coliseums or gladiators.
Do they have any like folk heroes from here?
Depends on how close you are with the sort of like Almond civilization, because the Almonds would certainly have heroes and legends.
Well, I would know as much as a 5-year-old bird would know. So,
can you make maybe like a history check or something?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm all about that shit. History.
Excuse me.
You're excused. How's an 8 do you?
You're only gonna get the Spark Notes version of it. You know that almonds, so like OLMAN, like old man or almond. You know that they have been around for, it's like the year's almost 600 now, but they're like 2,500, 2,600 years old, like one of the oldest civilizations of recorded history. You know that they follow a weird lunar calendar, and you know that let's see, for the most part, most of their heroes have been sort of like favored as gods, and in fact, they're some of the first myths of sort of like apotheosis stories. Like the greatest heroes of early Almonds became gods. Does that make sense? Like they slew great beasts and became gods. Like the god was a beast, and then they killed the beast and became the god. So like the god of thunder and stuff like that was no longer like a giant dinosaur, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you don't remember the name with the name.
Norse guy with a hammer.
Yeah. It's very yeah, exactly. You also know that they were once far more popular and like spread around, but there was some great catastrophe about 2,000 years ago that just completely leveled their civilization. Presco, I think you would also know a little bit about them too, depending on your how much you know about the Yuan Ti.
I don't know what you're talking about. What is a Yuan Ti?
Sure. We saw your hissing, right?
God damn it.
So,
do you want a history check?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a history check, right?
I mean, do you want to know the answer?
That's a natural one. Okay. That was very, very close to a 19.
Okay.
I know diddly squat.
You refused.
Wait, that's a shore?
No, I think what it is that you've heard this, but you've refused to believe it. That the Almond people are involved with the creation of the Yuan Ti. When I think you probably I think you believe that the Yuan Ti came first and created the Almond people. I think that's might be.
That is way more likely.
That seems much more likely.
Snake magic is what we're going with there.
Yeah. Involves your old gods. Tlaloc is sort of the name of them. Okay.
It's pronounced Dagon.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
I don't need any more gods. I have one. That's enough.
I mean, it's sort of like the god of water. So yes, you're not wrong. It's basically their god of water that did that. But it's more like rain and springs and stuff like that. But
not
the giver of life.
Deep blue.
Maybe it's different though. Who knows, right? It's the god is certainly depicted with many sets of fangs. So who knows? Anyways, yeah. There's trouble on the horizon.
I thought the Farshore was on the horizon.
Yes. They are one and the same.
And the smoke rising from the skirmish is the trouble? That sounds like fun to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Do any of you have a spyglass? I imagine Bresco has a spyglass, right?
I imagine it came with a post. I didn't bring one.
Sure. Right. Through the spyglass, your eyes tell you or show you. You can see that there are a ragtag group of pirates sort of raiding at the time right now. There's the Farshore is sort of collaborating a defense, but they're setting fire to some warehouses out front. Just a small squadron of men, about half of a ship's worth. So imagine like
That's not cool.
12 or so, sort of like setting fire to things right now. Alarms are going off. And doesn't require a spyglass to see, but yes, there is absolutely a dark red ship in port right now.
Wait,
sort of like
we're approaching from like
Seaside.
behind everything.
Yeah.
We should be able to see the giant name plaque on the ship.
Yeah.
If there's one.
Yeah, I guess so. It's called the Hellfish.
Okay, so it's not the Crimson whatever.
No.
Wait. No, Santa's Dream, or what was it called? Mantis' ship? Santa's Dream? Something.
Yeah. I have to look at
I
my
wrote
notes
it
for
down.
that.
But it's been... typically, it's been smudged. So...
For sure. It's not that one.
Sanctum's Dream was the...
Yeah. No.
Okay, so it's not that
This
one.
is the Hellfish.
Cool. I like that name.
Yeah. I imagine its sails are sort of spiky and rippling out. Kind of like, imagine like the sails of like a Chinese junk ship.
Cool.
Right? But I'm thinking it a little bit more, or like more like a lionfish.
That's pretty cool.
So like it's kind of spiky.
How recently did we have the previous fight?
It's been over a week, right? It's probably been like two and a half weeks. Let's say 2.5 weeks.
I just want to make sure I'm back at full health.
Yeah. Is there any other accounting that needed to get done? Is there anything that like people wanted to say that they were training or anything like that, or do we not want to worry about it at this moment? We can just worry about that later.
I think I trained a little bit just to get used to the shield and using the command word and stuff like that.
Okay.
The +1 shield thing. Just
sure. Yeah. You're attuned to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we had 2 weeks to do things. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, could you remind us about the shield? Because that was treasure from the last fight.
Yeah. While holding this shield, you can speak its command word, which I won't say out loud because someone's gonna say it, and while I'm wearing a shield, the shield's gonna pop out. Just piss me off. As bonus action, to cause it to animate, the shield leaps into the air and hovers in your space to protect you, as if you were wielding it, leaving your hands free. The shield remains animated for 1 minute until you use a bonus action to end it, or until you use the bonus action to end the effect, or until you're incapacitated or die, at which point the shield falls to the ground or into your hand if you have one free.
Yeah.
That's a +1 shield.
So it's an animated tower shield.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Yes.
So that's, what is that, 3 AC extra? Cool. Just remember that.
Right. Okay. So here's what's going on, right? So you're pulling in. There's clearly the pirate ship that's sort of like docked and letting the people raid. There is up on the imagine sort of like a horseshoe-like cove. In fact, let me bring you to the map screen here so you can kind of see it. Sort of where the Black Storm is right now. That's where their ship is. You can see here to the south. I'll just mark it on here. I should have just drawn it beforehand. But like this warehouse is on fire. Orange one. It's on fire. And there is a defense being mounted here in red. I'm going to change that to blue because I want to make the opposing force red.
Can you paint which ship is the red one?
That makes way too much sense. How dare.
Let's do that. Circle it in red.
Cool.
Forces are like kind of going this way. They're kind of going up the hill, chasing down people these ways. You can see soldiers are mounting and sort of like fighting them and coming and going down the hill this way. Sort of like the militia. Does that make sense? It's kind of all happening right now in real time, right? Like you're here like just in time.
Okay.
And
you said there was like 12 or so?
Yeah. And you can definitely again, the scene laid is that it's hectic. There are people screaming. There are citizens of Farshore trying to get out of the way. The soldiers are kind of just attacking indiscriminately, or I should say the pirates are attacking indiscriminately. Bells are ringing from the top of the hill, and you can see the soldiers and sort of like the militia are coming down the hill to try to stop them. So what do you want to do? Your ship's still kind of like pulling in. As far as you can tell, there's no like defense coming from the other ship to you, right?
Okay. All right. Is there a way to know how many blue guys there are, like friendlies?
Oh, it's about equal. They're about equal force strength. So maybe like 20 or so, like 20 versus 20.
And we had an opportunity to full hill, over that 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, I think what I will do, Eric, is I will go down to there. I will fly over there.
Okay. So
I will assist the other guys.
Okay, so your ship's coming in, and you're just going to take off and be like, I'm going to go help them.
Yep.
Okay.
Save as many of them as we can, I guess.
Sure. So then you're going to kind of sail over the battle and have a real good literal bird's eye view of the fight that's taking place. As like, imagine you can see the sort of like the citizens, which I'll also draw in like a lighter or a purple, are like they're like.
Oh, and if I
away.
see any civilians gonna get attacked or whatever, I'll jump in and defend them if I can.
So,
and this whole thing's on fire.
So we can see that they're coming from that ship, right? The one circled in red.
Yep. I'll zoom in.
Okay. So first, I'm gonna cast Aid on me, Bajko, and Presco.
Good call.
Thank you.
You're casting at level 1 or level 2, right? So everyone gets 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good spell.
I don't have level 3 slots yet.
Damn good spell.
And then I'm going to tell Presco, can you get us close to that ship?
I'm on it. And I steer that way.
Okay.
It was 5 hit points, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it boosts your max hit points by 5, and you also gain 5.
Oh, cool. So I got 56. Nice.
For 8 hours.
It's better than temporary hit points because you can heal back up to that.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just gone.
Yeah. First, for starters, so pirates are beginning to set fire to this house, and clearly are going to this house over here. Okay. So, yes. Can we just do initiative real quick? So then we can not necessarily to go like between them, but just so we can drop it and prioritize who's going when, with different scenes.
Sure. Good call.
Aha.
Yeah.
Telia, finally.
Not that bad. Considering I have a -1.
Oh, that's right. You have a -1.
It's not funny.
It's pretty funny.
I forget
actually.
about that sometimes.
I mean, at least it was above 1, and I have gotten 1 twice.
Okay. So Cork casts Aid on the crew, or on you all, getting ready to get close to fight. Then Fennel, as you described, Henley, you jump off and you take flight. Yeah. You there are definitely people who are gonna like kind of like get attacked. So if you wanted to drop down and try to like stop some of them, that's
Yeah, I will.
definitely the play. Okay.
I will.
So
I
yeah,
will
so
definitely do that.
So you're definitely like around here, like these are the closest people to you, and you definitely see like someone. You see a couple. Let's imagine 3 pirates, right? Rushing down, sort of like it's not really even a dock anymore, right? It's just sort of like this, sort of like a muddy path. This place is not really like paved or anything like that. Yeah, and they're running down, swords held high. Women and children are running, scared, fleeing. And you come down. Like Iron Man, I just like
I
plop
do the
down.
hero landing and everything.
Yeah, right, exactly. The
Pretty
hero
bad for your
landing.
knee, you know.
Yeah, exactly, right.
And I'm just like, oh, my back. No, I don't.
Max remember.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, we can be cinematic with this. There's 3 guys there. Can you make just a single attack roll here?
Yeah, sure. I can also do offhand stuff as well. So
sure.
These
guys are basically nukes. They're not gonna.
Hey.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I'm basically. It's more
the
like,
intent. The intent here is to like make sure that people can get away or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly.
More than
right.
potentially like killing outright or whatever.
Yeah. I was treating your attack roll more like a skill check that was an attack, right? Are you able to defend the people?
Yeah.
And
sort of like
down,
yeah.
Right?
I get what you mean. Like you just proficient with a weapon enough to stop them from killing civilians. I got it. Yeah.
For those exactly, for those interested, I'm it's more like do you answer the conflict rather than the task, right? I'm rather you do you save them in time for that instead of like do you actually hit? Yeah. Okay, cool. So here's what happens, right? You can describe how you're able to parry their blows and kill them. But one of the ladies is like crying back, being like, "But the house. There's people still trapped inside," kind of thing, right? And you like see like from the smoke, like you see like a hand and like a towel, like or a piece of cloth, like waving out, like "Help us! Help us!"
Yeah. Okay. I'll do the thing where I like dive into the water and come back up and go into the house or whatever, because I'm made of feathers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fire can do to a bird.
Yeah.
Someone spelled chicken.
Yeah. Not yet. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So then, before we jump to the next person, so then you dive into the water, and that's when you go into the burning building, right through like the second story to help them out, right? Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Presco. We can assume the ship is docked, right, at this point.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to start like getting drenched as I cast my spell, and I cast Control Water, and throw a big portion of the bay onto the burning building.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Preferably
for some
not
reason,
to collapse the building, but like put out the.
You know how in The Mummy, when that big sandstorm rolls over and it's got that guy's face in it?
Exactly.
Like I'm imagining like you're doing it for the greater good, but I still imagine it being like evil at the same time,
Oh, yeah.
Like it's like a screaming skull.
You haven't seen my character sheet, buddy. You haven't seen my character sheet. It does not.
Not even surprised.
Totally.
Evil is
awesome.
a perception.
No. I am happy as long as I get to kill things. It doesn't have to be good or evil things. As long as I get to kill things, I'm happy. Yeah, so I'd like to put out the big flaming building.
I mean, if you cast Control Water, that definitely happens, right?
Yeah.
The question here is, does the building still stand? And so I feel like this is just or like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's been burning and you just
I'm thinking of it as a version of. I'm thinking of it as a version of flood, which technically causes the water to rise.
Sure.
But It rises over there. I'm just throwing the water over there, and then it rises.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
That's the reason it rises.
I'm totally cool that what I'm saying is that the building's been kind of damaged already.
Yeah,
from the fire,
I'm not dropping 4 metric tons of water on it. It's just like, hey, but it's not a light drizzle.
Yeah, can you just roll a d20 for me?
I can do that.
What's your charisma modifier?
My charisma modifier is pretty good, I think. Oh, +2.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
that's better than me.
D20. That's a 16.
Okay, yeah, you're good. The building's intact.
Woo-hoo.
All right. Yeah, awesome. So then,
I also like the idea that it's slightly further back now.
You got moved from the shore. Yeah.
I imagine Pinnell comes out of the house wetter than he went into the burning house.
Oh, it's steamed. Everything is just so steamy in there, right?
No, what actually happened, I went into the house to save people from fire, but I had to save them from drowning instead.
Yeah, covered under one wing. Dave, under Pinel, it's like coming from one wing, is a farmer by the name of Hilda. She was like trapped in there. That's the arm that you saw, and she's holding there because you can see as you're like doing that, she's like dragging a piece of cloth behind her. Yeah. Anything else, Preston?
Yes. Does my water cover only the main building burning, or because I can see the other two are at least one more is burning on the side there, and one on the other side of the street. I imagine the one on the other side of the street is still burning, but does it cover? Because it covers quite a large area. This thing.
Yeah, well, I mean the building's a pretty large area, right? It's like a large, long warehouse, so it's like totally ablaze. So about
100 foot on each side, a cube 100 foot on.
Yeah, I mean this building's probably about 80 feet long.
Oh, okay.
So like it's.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I put out the big fire. I'm happy with that.
What I would say is that some of the splash totally got on it. So like it's like the building is going to like still catch fire, but like not as fast. Does that make sense?
And I can.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep.
It a little bit.
I'm gonna keep concentrating on this, by the way, and
cool.
Like if you splash more water on the rest.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yes, I'm going to jump off the Black Storm onto the pier.
The dock, the pier.
Yeah.
Cool. So some other things are going on right now, right? As this thing continues to get developed, just so people know what they can do. There is we spot a scholar get knocked down carrying like some sort of like equipment of some kind. He just gets cut down. You can see that people are making. Let me look at it on the map so I can. Map. Why are you not in the spot? This is okay. That is this building. This big red building. This is a chapel. You see that people are getting in, like going up to the chapel, right? And you can see that like, they're people. The priest is trying to get people into the doors. You can see some like about 5 pirates or so like making their way to there. And then obviously we have the big conflict here. Yeah. So what else? What's the play, everybody?
Well, if I'm done, are any of you guys going to come on shore or?
Yeah. But yeah, I was going to say actually, Boschko wants to just go straight for the ship that these pirates are coming off of.
Sure.
Because if he just gets in there and starts wreaking havoc, that's going to draw their attention, and it's also going to stop reinforcements from coming out, basically.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I don't know like how far away we are from their ship, but if I think the plan is to jump in the water and then invade their ship.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Can you just do me a quick athletics check? Treat this as sort of like an engagement roll to get onto the ship. It's not like you're not going to get on the ship, right? It's going to be like how ready are they against you?
You use a greatsword, right?
That should only be a 19, by the way. I forgot that my box was checked wrong. No, I use a warhammer.
Oh, I'm just imagining you swimming in the water with a warhammer in your mouth.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So it's just a regular 19,
No, he's
right?
he's just a badass, and he has it slung over his shoulder as he's swimming, and it's like the weight of it is dragging behind him, and he doesn't even care.
Yeah. It's just
like,
creating a weight
I-
behind him.
I would imagine you swimming with it with one hand above the surface that doesn't get wet.
you know
Just
what? That's even
powering
better.
through with one hand, going, "This
Even
is my
better.
baby."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You make it to the hellfish, no problem. Rather than having necessarily like the normal
Actually,
rigging. Oh, what's up?
is it possible for me to like get to the side of the ship and just like smash a hole in the hull with my warhammer?
I was about to say that.
Oh yeah. In the water.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
like
Ooh,
right
look,
at
a
the
water
water line.
Let's go below that.
Yeah, like right under the water line, and just be like, like hook myself onto the ladder, but instead of climbing up, just swing the warhammer right into the hull.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
That's what I want to do. Let's
Yeah.
let's bring this down, and then I'll climb up on it.
Sure. Attack roll.
Yeah. All right.
See how successful this is.
Let's
It's
go.
about time.
This I am going to turn on advantage on purpose because I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Because I want to smash the. I want this to go through the hull. I want it real bad. 21.
Yes. Boom. A crack. Like it sounds like a strike of thunder, as the ship just gets blasted. Like it was hit by a cannonball. Like that's how hard you hit it.
Perfect.
Right. And yeah, water begins pouring in. The whole ship kind of like rocks, right? And you hear dozens of calls go out, being like, "We just got hit. What was that?" Like, "Oh, just, port side or whatever."
Yeah, and then they're going down below to try to fix it, and I'm coming up on deck.
Yeah.
To wreak havoc.
Yeah, to the person barking orders for sure.
Oh yes, first target.
Do you say anything cool when you hit it with a hammer, like knock knock?
Yes.
No, Bajko's not that cool. He doesn't have.
There's Boschko.
Bummer.
Here's Bajko. Yeah.
Cool. Dempsey, Cork, it's your turn. Top of the order.
Okay. So how far away is that ship?
It's like a swimming check away, or if you spend all your time running over to the ship, because that means you have to go from the pier, go down, go around.
Oh,
right?
no, I'm not going to spend all my time running. I have magic. Korok is going to put his greatsword on his back and then like take out his longsword. He's going to take a running start. He's going to leap off of our ship as far as he can go, and then he'll cast Misty Step and then Superhero Land onto the other ship.
Yeah. What does your Misty Step look like when you cast it?
He's flying through the air.
Mm-hmm.
As he's flying through the air during his like long jump. And then he like slices into the air with his sword, and he flies through sort of a rift, and he comes out in the other end onto the ship.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That is. Yeah. If you didn't already have inspiration, I'm tempted, super tempted to give you inspiration just from dope ass descriptions like that.
That is the best description of Misstep I've ever heard. I think,
right?
Instead of just like, poof poof.
Yeah. Everyone just does Nightcrawler, but that's the one.
Does this ship have like say cannons or something on it?
No, it has. This one probably just has like ballista.
Okay. All right. So I want to land like right next to a ballista. I want to take the longsword out, and I'm going to attack it. And when I do, I just want to attack. I want to like cut it so it can't attack.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And that's what I want to do.
Yeah. Like disable it?
Yeah.
Sure. Strike at it? Oh, yeah. Cool. Do you want to cut through like the wood and stuff of like the bow of it, or are you like cutting the strings of it? I mean, it doesn't matter. Just what does it look like because you succeed?
Yeah. He lands, and then he like sees it, and so he whips around, and then like just slices like right through like the string, so it can't attack our ship.
Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I love it. Cool. All right, panel. Like I said, you're coming out of the now drenched and now steamy longhouse / warehouse with the farmer in tow. They're still kind of like fighting around you, but people are screaming. It's sort of dying down over here though, as more fighting happens on the other side.
You said there was a church somewhere?
Yeah, the church. The church is the thing closest to you.
And they have what, dudes
That's where the
rolling up
bell-
looking menacing?
Yeah, that's where the bells are ringing, and that's where like people are trying to go to. That's where the like I said, like 5 pirates are heading up there.
And there's no other people going to that to support them? Like there's no other troops going over there to save civilians or
No,
nothing?
there were, but they just in like Game of Thrones fashion, it's like 3 dudes and they get cut down.
Okay. Well, I'll go stop. I'll fly between them and the church.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
And I will.
I feel like
I
the
guess
yeah.
start taunting them.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I love the idea of you flying over them. And people are like, "Oh God, they have a demon bird with them." You know what I mean with them. And then like the lady that you rescue is like, "No, he's good." You know, like she's getting up there too, and so you feel a lot more relieved.
Demon bird. Okay.
Yeah, they weren't sure if you were.
I'll have you know I'm 5 years old, and then I pull out both my scimitars.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're not going to sit around and dazzle at your theatrics here. They're getting inside for safety.
Yeah, I'll go attack them.
Yeah, the buildings with red tops are stone, by the way, which is why they're going to them rather than being like, "Why are you over into a building that can light on fire?" You know, that's because they're
cool.
Not saying stone buildings can't burn, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna he's cool. So you're gonna square off against 5 guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
This is gonna be a little bit more tricky here than a normal fight. Than just 3 of them. This is like, sort of like the pushing your ability to fight 5 people here. So can you just make another attack roll?
Well, it's also worth pointing out that I'm doing the hit and run stuff still, where I'm coming like maybe I'm like I don't know, like 3 feet off the ground flying, but coming in and like doing hit and run attacks on them,
like a barrel roll, like shing shing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of finesse to the fighting style. It's not just like I stand in front of them and swing.
Okay.
I'm actually making sure that I'm outside of their attack range at the end of my turn. You know, that kind of stuff.
Right. Okay.
All right, so here's my first attack. Nice, that's good. And then, do you want damage on it?
No. The hard part here, with an 18, the hard part is that like you cut down 2 of them, but like the other 3 are like getting close to the other like civilians. Like it's hard for you to like fly by and like make them like keep their attention on you, right? So it's that's sort of the issue here. So I'll give you the option here of you can either with an 18 you can either get ready to attack again and get 1 more, or save a civilian who's going to get hit. Like you can't get to both of them. What would you do?
Save the civilian.
Okay. Cool. Yep. Sword comes down and you just out of nowhere, like bird hand goes out, ding, parries it.
No, it's definitely not that. It's the sound of an accordion.
Oh, yeah.
Going up. Almost like a mocking sound, you know, kind of like that. Kind of almost like
sad trombone.
Yeah, exactly like that. You know, that sort of thing going up at the same time.
Love it.
Yeah, for sure. That's what happens there.
Sick. Okay, so this I'm gonna draw. This one is out. There's some fires there. Presco.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way downtown, walking fast.
Okay.
And as I'm going, I'm gonna keep concentrating on my control water and put out the rest of the fire.
Sure. Again, it's like Fantasia, right? It's like you lift your hands up and like the huge spray of water, right?
And I am completely drenched. I haven't been close to any water, but I'm doing magic, so I am completely drenched.
Yeah.
Sweaty.
Love it. That's perfect. Yep.
I think at this point it's become evident from Presco. The more I use my magic, I'm turning kind of aquatic myself. So, like, from Presco under like his robes, you can see bits of like seaweed and stuff starting to grow.
Yeah.
So he looks like he looks like a rock that's been lying on the water for 50 years. So I'm turning.
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kind of a snake, right?
I love it. Cool.
So yeah, and I'm just walking, throwing water everywhere. And if anyone comes close to me, it gets a fistful of fucking water straight in the face.
Yeah. Not yet. It seems to be that the pirates are, like, the rest of the main host attacking, are realizing that, like, there's, you are not just regular people around. You're more of a considerable threat, and so they're beginning to be like divert more and more attention to you rather than the colonists, right?
Yeah, I think it's a kind of a cognitive dissonance, because whenever I throw water, there's like, oh look, a tiny rainbow. Oh, that's amazing. Oh wait, all our plants going to shit. It's putting out the fires. And when Presco's just walking down with like his hands stretched out, there's a continuous like laminar flow looking thing of really, really dark green water between his hands. The water he's throwing around isn't like crystal clear.
You're like Diablo 3 with rainbows, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, so the water Presco is throwing around isn't it's from the bay, but it's something's like off with it. So it's like dark green, like really dark blue turning to green colored water.
Oh yeah. That's perfect. Love it. Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm walking, like, I don't know how far.
I mean, it's sort of just like you can just walk, right? I'm not too worried about.
Oh, damn it! I forgot. I should have dove into the water and flown up on the other side because of my fancy armor.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
And,
yeah, that's what I do.
You know what I realized I should totally add to this game? I should totally add the Ghosts of Sarmarsh content to this game. Like all the extra stuff.
You talked about that before.
Yeah, because now it's actually released, but I forgot to add stuff to it. Oh, it's
I don't know what that is.
It's D&D's latest thing. It's kind of like Tales of the Yawning Portal, but it has way more stats for like boats and pirates and stuff, which is like perfect.
My problem with everything I've played in D&D, I've never played, like properly played a published pre-written campaign.
That's what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean,
right now.
That's why I said. That's why I said before.
Hey, look,
I played Shackled City for like 2 months, so like 8 sessions, and it took us 3 sessions before we just went off the rail because this sucks, and just started doing something else.
Sure. Yeah. Makes sense to me. Okay.
So when you say like, "Oh, this is the latest stuff," I'm like, I don't know what that is. I only have the core books. That's what I go.
Eric, are we gonna do a Baldur's Gate thing when that comes out?
What does that mean?
They're doing they're adding in 5th edition Baldur's Gate from the very beginning RPG playbooks with the story of Baldur's Gate.
Really?
Go for the eyes.
I kind of would love to do something like that. I'm not sure if it would happen the same day as this, but I would certainly love to do that. Or
yeah,
maybe,
it's what is it? They're changing. So Baldur's Gate 3, the video game, is using 5e, but they're also making a companion RPG that goes through the main plot lines of all the previous Baldur's Gate games, I believe.
So sick.
Which was really cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go for the eyes, Dave. Go for the eyes.
That's so good. All right, I just have to reload roll. So it has the new stuff in it. Okay. Sick. I believe it's Bajko's turn, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I just went.
Yep. Bajko, you're in the ship. Just so you see up deck before you describe what you want to do. Let me give you the scene. There are at least 6 soldiers up here, sort of doing the rigging, as well as the obvious captain. Think like the Barbarossa-esque feather in his cap, sort of dread piratey rapier in hand type. Real ugly mug, and looks at you and curses. Yeah.
I'm going for his face.
Grr, who let this swine on my ship? Yeah, right. And you're gonna come at him?
Yep.
Absolutely.
He looks like he's in charge. He looks like he gets a warhammer to the face.
Sure.
Let's rage.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense to me.
And we're gonna go all out and do a frenzy.
Okay.
Which means I get to make a extra bonus attack, an extra melee attack as a bonus action. So, warhammer to this guy. How about a 25 look?
Whew, you can't even parry that. Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, he can take 10 damage, and then I attack him again. For 27. 10 more damage, and then I'm going to attack him a third time as my... Oh, I can't actually, because I can't both take the bonus action to start raging and take the bonus action to make the attack on the same round.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Unless you're going to let me say that I started raging last round after I attacked the ship.
I mean, that makes it like a perfect time to rage, right?
Sweet, let's do it then. Third attack.
Cool with that.
I hate wood.
Okay, 13 damage.
So like 30 total. 10,
33
10,
total
33.
damage.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
I just incoherent yelling. He's like,
yeah.
what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, smash, 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 smash.
First hit knocks his rapier out of his hand. Right. The other hit like goes into his chest. He's like, he dives behind the wheel column, like the great wheel for the ship, the steering wheel. And you just like break through the steering wheel, hitting him, and he goes into the back of the poop deck. But he's still up. But he's absolutely, yeah, he got brutalized by that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm making the come at me, bro.
Yeah, you are. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. Court.
Yeah. Are there any I mean there's obviously crew members on the deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go attack 1 or 2 or 5.
Sure.
Okay.
There's about 6. I said there's 6 of them.
Okay. All right. Are there any like standing like close together?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay.
You can hit
cool.
like 3 of them or so.
Great. All right. I'm gonna run up to a group of them and start attacking.
For sure. Okay.
And I have my longsword, so 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, solid strike.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
6 slashing. That one's going to get a divine smite with it.
Okay.
For
12. Yeah.
12.
You smote the pirate.
Okay. And then I'm going to attack another one.
Mm-hmm.
11.
11's gonna miss actually.
Yeah, figured. Okay. That is my turn.
Okay. But they are definitely all trying to back away from you. Like you're not a winnable fight for them. Henley, what does Pinnell Apple do?
Well, I guess I've yeah, I'll finish off these 2 goobs that are still around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Simo Taru. 15?
Yes. You have to roll for
And
damage
then-
against this mook.
Oh, sure, man.
Yeah, because like you do the single sneak attack with them. Yeah, 19 is more than their HP. If you do more than 10 damage, you kill them.
Cool.
Which it's pretty much like you're always going to do that, so that's why. Yeah. So you kill them. The other one like gets ready to run, like he's the last guy left after this fight, and is like, nope, is falling back to the ship. He's trying to go back to the shore, and then he sees like Presco walking up, right, like covered in water, like chanting "eyes are black." He's like, whoa, and like does like that sort of like feet skid thing, and like goes the other way.
So I just sort of like scratching my head with a scimitar, and I'm just like, maybe you should just surrender.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, this should to convey the proper amount of tone of badassness here, this should feel like the beginning fight of Age of Ultron, right? Like you all are like crushing it, like you guys are fighting as a very strong, prolific force. Like that's what I'm trying to convey here, that these people don't have a chance. You guys are very strong.
Yeah, I hear Presco swear for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And
Language.
that was yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's in a language you don't understand.
Cool. You can see the other side of the fight is going very well. You can see that there is sort of someone has taken charge over there, barking out orders. Who's also like leading from the front with like a cool ass rapier, right? Being like, get them, like someone help them, kind of, just ordering out people. Blonde, light, dirty blonde hair, tanned. For those who, is it only Bajko at this point right now? I don't think Bajko didn't even see it. You two, no one knows who it is, but to us as a camera, it's Lavinia.
What?
So,
Who dat? Who dat?
Well,
Wait, I know who Lavinia is.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you don't see her. Is
Yeah,
that the
you two are on
point?
you two are on the ship right now.
Okay.
You're the only two who would know her, who've been to her house.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I know who that is.
Yeah, but it's
You
Lavinia,
hired
basically leading
Mhm.
this place.
Cool.
We expected that though.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the sister of the bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
She gave me her blessing to murder her brother.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because I'm on a quest to avenge my dead sister. So,
It works.
it all works out.
Double blessing.
Double blessed. Yep. All right.
Dabble, best.
Camera cuts back to Bajko and the fight with the pirate captain.
Yeah.
He's on the
let's
ropes.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even give him room to breathe. I'm
Nope.
gonna go ahead and 12.
Oh my God, you miss. He slides. You come
Oof.
down on the railing, like he's like holding back, like he's like on the ropes, right? But it was a feint as you come down and you smash through the railing as he slides between your legs, and he's gonna try to come up. And I don't know. I just feel like I'm doing this like Apocalypse World style. And as a miss, he's gonna take an attack on you. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is fine.
I don't care. I mean, he didn't take an attack
Right.
on his own turn,
Yeah.
so why not?
So
I still
let's
have 2
see.
more attacks left. It's fine.
Okay. He's gonna
He
get
hits me.
you.
I don't care.
He's gonna get you for 8.
That's
Not magic piercing.
Okay, I'll take 4 damage then.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
not
are you
even
are you immune to poison?
no.
Okay, make a
don't-
Constitution save for me.
I don't
That'll
think
be
I
me.
am. Yeah. Constitution. I'm real good at this.
Okay, you are. So that doesn't go off. So instead,
Okay.
instead you only take 10 poison instead of the
Oh.
extra. Yeah.
Only
instead of the
10
20
poison?
instead of the 20.
Okay, well, I'll take it.
Yeah. Right. So it's
I
like
have
he
to
like
take
he
all of
faints,
that.
He faints and he slides between your legs. As he's doing that, pulls the poison boot dagger knife for last resort. Stabs him there.
I take it, I grimace, and then I crit on
Crit
him.
him. Okay. Yeah. Like the
No
dagger
one destroys
the
your
dagger is
nasty
in
pants.
your like thigh, right? Like it's
Right?
like,
Yeah.
yeah. Or it's like in the back of your thigh, and you just turn
How
around.
did you roll a 0 on that?
It's
Oh,
just,
because that's my bonus
bonus.
damage for raging, and I don't get it on the.
Yeah.
I don't get a second time because of the crit.
God, you roll so bad. That's a 2 and a 1 and an 8.
I know. I know. It's so bad.
So that's
It's real
only
bad.
what, 20 damage?
7,
no, 19.
No, 18.
18. Math.
Yeah.
9 plus 9.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna take my last attack here.
Yes.
10 is gonna miss.
No. The thrangs.
I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I hit the knife that's still in my leg on the backswing.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So like it's exactly. I love that when it's not necessarily you miss, something else gets in the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that more. I've always loved that, and I just never see enough people doing that. Everyone just loves making.
You are fighting on the poop deck. So.
Yeah. Everyone loves making characters feel like they're incompetent, but it's not. It's not that. It's just other things are happening.
No, you're not incompetent. You're unlucky.
Yeah, exactly. That's all. Cool. So that fight's still raging. Quirk, you're still like the fight on the poop deck is like happening in the background of you as you're like marching through the front of the ship, going through the chaff of all of these soldiers, right? These pirate guys who are like, imagine sort of a half of a semicircle, right? Who are like, you cut down one of them, and the other two are like backing up, like they're running out of room because you're so intimidating to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like basically cowering, but like they're shakily holding their swords at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Think Batman against like some random goon, who's like way over his head, right? Like this is just not. Yeah, they're totally absolutely mortified. What do you do?
Mm-hmm. So I killed the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going
covered in blood.
I'm going to keep attacking them.
Yeah, for sure.
26.
Mm-hmm.
It's 7 damage on one of them.
Yeah. That's not enough to kill him.
Okay.
You slash him hard though.
Okay.
You have another attack or do something else.
Tell me if I can't do this. I want to leave the sword inside of that man, and I want to hit the other guy with my greatsword.
Like
hold
you
this
hit the guy. Yeah. Like so you're hitting the guy with the other guy. Yeah.
So I hit one, and then I like leave my sword like in his side or something, and then reach up, grab my greatsword, and then swing it.
Oh hell yeah!
As I'm pulling it out.
Yeah, like the longsword.
Stick around.
Sure.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. Yeah. So I leave my longsword inside one person, and then I pull my greatsword out, and as I'm pulling it, I'm swinging to hit.
Yeah, it's like one motion. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to use my inspiration for this one because I want it to hit.
Yeah, for sure.
13.
A 13 is not enough. You're one off. It gets stuck into the mast. It like breaks off like one of the low, like the T section of a mast. It just comes down and it just like chops through that, and now everyone's just covered in the mast as it comes down.
All right, and then I'm going to use my bite.
Sure.
I'm going to bite the guy that has my longsword.
Yeah.
22. Oh, yeah, that's a 10.
Oh, damn. Nope.
Yeah.
Why do you have it? Yeah, it's set to disadvantage.
Huh? Oh, I had it set to advantage because I used my inspiration.
Oh, got it. Check. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Henley. You're kind of near Presco. The pirates are sort of retreating back, right? They're like falling back to like you're kind of at where you rescued the lady, the farmer from the warehouse. So everyone's kind of like falling back to the ship. But you can see the ships going on, and you just see like just the silhouettes of great weapons happening and strikes, and the thunderous claps of a warhammer and a great sword, and then you just see this as like the mast cracks down, and you know that one of you were responsible for that. Yeah. So you think things are going well over there? You think this fight's has turned in your favor? What do you do?
So I'm gonna say to the people, and it's like, stay indoors, lock the door. We'll come back when it's safe. And then I'm going to go fly over here and jump down in the middle of this skirmish over here.
Totally.
Yep. Jump down and maybe attack a dude with double swords in his back.
Yeah.
Sort of hero landing, but on a dude,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right. I love it. Yeah. Oh, cool.
That way, the allegiance is very clear
even better.
from the very beginning.
Even better, if you don't mind, it was a dude who was going to go attack Presco as he's channeling, and you just come down and stab him in front of Presco. And so now then the camera goes to Presco. It's your turn.
Oh, is Presco over here as well?
Yeah.
I'm walking along.
He's walking over there, right? And so imagine like there's a dude like hiding in like an alleyway or something like that, and so you just come down and stab him, and you're like right in front of him. And so like you're between that army group, the militia advancing, and Presco, and you come down and you can help Presco. Is that cool?
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really want to help him, but fine. Yeah, I keep chanting.
Yeah. The fires are mostly put out. The Lavinia, the sort of marshal of these forces here, has given you all sort of like that sort of respectful up nod.
I return the respectful up nod.
Yeah.
While also swanging.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's like, let's dump these bastards in the sea, kind of thing, right?
I can do that.
Yeah. Cool. Smash cut back to the ship. Bashko.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, as she says that.
Oh,
as she says that, I'm like, I'm not sure how that marital status comes into anything right now.
Sorry, yeah, you know what? I got so excited that I did skip you, Presco. I did. I said I'd cut to you, and then nothing happened. I don't know. My brain was like, cool, and we're done, and I just went over. I'm sorry.
So,
I killed Presco's guy. Then it's someone else's turn. That's how it works, right?
Oh yeah, you spotlight stole Presco's guy.
Yeah. You see me walking down the street towards the camera, and then just Pinnell flies past, and then zoom in on Pinnell instead. And like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, what do you want to do, Presco? I'm sorry, buddy.
I was gonna summon a wave and try to sweep some bad guys into the harbor.
Yeah, the people who are retreating on the pier?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally. That's fucking awesome. Again, yes. This is right now, this is the coolest use of control water like I've seen. I love your judicious use of control water this campaign so far. It's awesome. So it's definitely it feels so right for you. Right?
Oh yeah.
It's awesome. I love it. It's very creative. I love it.
So how I mean, this bay or this harbor is meant for big ships, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be pretty deep.
Yes, it is deep. Yeah.
So I was gonna just kind of separate the water next to the pier and then just push them in and see how far they fall.
Yeah,
and then just go wee, and it's like 60 feet or something, and then they break up.
Yeah. So to see if when they fall in right through the pier, can you do like I imagine this is kind of like a grapple test, right? To like trip them. So I imagine that it's like your spellcrafting check against them, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, the water effect I'm doing is part water, so it opens up next to the pier, and then I'd like to basically just push a wave from the other side, and people fall into
into that pit that you opened up right from the water moving.
The Moses.
Yeah, no, I love that. All I'm saying is that like, is the wave strong enough to push them in? Is like that's the question, right?
Cool.
So
do you want to?
So I said this is like a spellcrafting check, I think, right, or spellcasting, like if it was like an attack roll.
So
and then I'll just make
attack, okay, so it's a spell attack, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, you have to beat a 19.
So D20 plus spell attack, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
Sure.
Wait, do you also add your proficiency though?
Yes, you add your proficiency. Like a spellcraft like attack roll would add your proficiency to it. So it should be D20 plus your proficiency plus I think your wisdom modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which makes that is the basis for the spell attack bonus, so it's +6. Okay. Let's see.
I got really lucky on the roll though.
+6 or
you didn't roll.
Rather a.
But you're using inspiration though. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did too. Okay, so 18.
An 18. Okay, that's not enough for a 19. So instead, what happens?
Does anyone go in?
Yes. No. one goes in, another one's like dangling off, and so the guy has to like help him, right? So has to stop to get
dangling off a pier where it's 2 feet to the water, but at the moment is 62 feet to the bottom.
Yeah, so one guy Wilhelm screams in the wave down, and the other one's like holding on to the post, and a guy's was able,
Yes.
the last one was able to stand on the post, and so he's trying to help the guy who's dangling from the post, right? While one is totally gone.
I
also love the idea that down the bottom there's like a bunch of sharks, just like flopping around.
Yeah. And no, there's a really pissed off manta ray down there, just going.
Love it.
I'd love for one of the people on the bridge, or like Pinnell or someone, just like look at me when it parts the water, and one guy falls down, and you just see Presco with a huge smile, like unnaturally wide because his mouth is slightly wider, and it's just a row of teeth, and hear him go like, "The deep hungers." And just
I'm like blocking a guy's sword, and I say to myself, "Humans are weird."
I turn around. Yes, they are. Aren't those guys weird? Oh, right. I'm supposed to be human. Yes, we are.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try something. Can I click spell attack? No, I can't. There's no way to like cast just a general spell attack, I think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, actually, I might be thinking of the other sheet, but because there's like several different sheets for Roll20.
Yeah. Well, it's a D20 plus spell attack modifier anyway. Okay, well, cool.
I mean, if you if you add a spell like with a spell attack, you could just use that because it's the same for all spells if it's in your sheet as an attack roll. Okay.
That is true.
That's what I end up doing. Okay. Back to the order. Cork, so you bring the sheet down. You try to bite into him.
Boschko now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I went back. I'm sorry, Boschko.
It's Boschko.
Boschko.
Hello, I'm Boschko.
Hi, Boschko. The sail has come down on you and the captain. So you have to get that off, and so you lose sight of them for a moment. So as you get the sheet off of them, can you just give me a perception check real quick to make sure you're able to keep toe with where they went? Because they used this unexpected diversion to try to get away. Yeah, so you get up. Yeah, so you just instead we see you just rip through the sails, right? I imagine just rip and so your upper torso and stuff is through there as you're looking around for where it is with your warhammer in hand, right?
Yeah. Do I see anybody?
No, you see the rest of the fight going on, so you can see people moving underneath the sails. You see a giant greatsword pop through as well, but you can see that people are some of the sailors, maybe the captain is among them, is kind of scattering to the sides of the ship, they're clearly trying to dip out, right? They're trying to leave and flee this place. It's totally lost, right? Yeah, you guys are you routed them.
I'm gonna go. I I see a great sword sticking out of the sail. Okay, that's Korik. Nobody else on my team is on this ship. I see a lump moving under the sail. I'm gonna smash it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care. Indiscriminate smashing.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah, I'm playing whack-a-mole with these.
With the
people.
hammer. Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
I don't even know who I'm smashing. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah,
it's just
I love it.
Pirates.
Yeah. I love the idea too that you're halfway ripped through the sheets and you just trudge through the sheet and it just rips as you're going, right? You're just tearing it at the seams as you're just walking to it. Yeah. Awesome.
I guess it's right.
Right.
I guess it's whack-a-mole.
Dead.
Yeah. Next mook.
As long as you do 10, yeah, dead.
Dead. And then another one. I just keep going. It is just a train of murder. And then he awesome. Pauses and holds up the warhammer and just bellows.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Korik, people are screaming that no more, parlay, surrender. Do you listen to it or do you just continue?
No.
Yeah, I thought so.
I don't.
Korik doesn't speak cowardice.
No, I don't. Literally one of my flaws is kill them all. So
Yeah.
I'm going to kill them all.
Mm-hmm.
This is
You're doing the
this
right
is
group,
why
LGT.
Yeah. I was just telling myself I can get behind that.
After Finian left, Finian was Korok's like Jiminy Cricket. She was his like impulse control.
Boschko is looking to Korok for answers, and Korok does not have them.
Yeah, Korok has no impulse control at all. He has an intelligence of 6. He kills things.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Boschko was smarter than Korok.
Yeah, well, Korok was smart, but wasn't that smart before. Like, he had an intelligence of 8 before, and then he got turned into a fish zombie thing.
Right, fish zombie thing. Got it.
Kalsa, I think Korok has a lot of answers, just not to any of the questions you might have.
I mean, my question. I mean, to be fair, most of my questions are, should I kill it? And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
So I guess he does have answers.
Yeah, I guess so.
In any case, I am going to smash the nearest lump next to me.
Yeah.
With my greatsword. 22.
Oh yeah.
11.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on. There we go. It's 12 plus 4 is 16 damage instead.
Yeah. Eviscerated. Cool.
With that, I am going to
No sign of the captain.
Okay. I'm not paying attention to the captain. I am also going to Searing Smite, and I'm going to set this sail on fire.
Nice.
This ship is unrecoverable.
1 point of damage. That's fine. The sail catches on fire.
Hell yeah. And then I will attack another lump right quick.
Mm-hmm. As they're
23.
fleeing. Yeah.
Yep. 11.
Yeah, okay. You've killed them all. That was the last one trying to flee off the ship.
Okay. I still get to reroll that, but it's the same.
I mean, yeah, you already crushed. I love it. You two do so much damage. You all do so much damage. I love it. The 3 of you do so much damage, and then Presco is like AoE, like battlefield crowd control. Yeah, it's a really good combination. It's really beautiful. You all know how to do the Dungeons and the Dragons.
Yeah. So while he like attacks, he's like setting the sail on fire as he's attacking.
Yeah, and it's going up the rest of the mast and starting to burn right as it begins. Kind of like a candle lighting at the top.
Oh, we could have sold it on Craigslist.
Nope.
One careless owner. Hellfish for sale.
So, the rest of the pirates on shore. Question for you, Henley. The rest of the pirates on shore who are trying to get back to the ship that's now on fire. They throw down their weapons. They're like, all right, we surrender. And Lavinia is sort of like going to begin to order her soldiers to kind of arrest them and bring them in here. But do you keep fighting, or do you help alongside them and arrest them, detain them for questioning and stuff? You're muted, buddy.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I accept their surrender, 100%. Yeah, I'm okay with it, and that's what I wanted to do. As good as I am at swinging a sword, I still am a child. So there's only so much killing a child can do before he starts to question why. So yes, he will help with the detaining of these men.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah. Presco? Same thing?
Yeah. The guy who's hanging on to like the piece.
Yeah, the pure piece.
Yeah. The not the guy helping him, the other guy hanging on to like the stump.
Yeah.
Is there any way? I mean, I'm gonna let them surrender, but I would love to somehow use control water to grab his leg and just yank him down.
Oh yeah, for sure. The wave knocks them down, but instead of them going to the pit, you throw them to the shore.
Oh no! There's 2 people on the pier, right? One trying to help and one guy hanging. Yeah.
Oh, but they don't help the one dangling. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I just want the water to reach up and grab his leg and pull him into the trench.
Is it like a cyclone like grabs him and like the
Yeah,
cyclone like
I
grows.
mean,
Or what?
whatever.
Sure.
Maybe it looks like a tentacle. I don't know.
Yeah, like a tentacle. Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah.
And just grabs his leg, and Presco's
Yeah.
like, "Fine, we'll spare them.
Yeah.
One more though." Doink.
It's like oh, I have the better. No, oh my god, no, it's the obvious here. It's sorry, I got really excited. It's like the Balrog lash, but it's water.
Oh yeah, totally.
Right? Well, but it's tentacly, right? But it's like there's
I mean,
wraps around their leg, and like
imagine
there's that sign of fear, right? And
I imagine there's like a solid center to it, but it's all like wrapped in water, and
yeah,
it just
exactly.
goes,
Yeah.
and it just goes
Yeah,
straight
love
into the
it.
trench.
Oh my god, that's so
Dies
good.
on impact.
Yeah, I love how everyone else fighting, like yours is like a horror movie every time you fight.
Yeah, the thing.
What you do to these people, and it's awesome.
I don't know
Solo.
if this person is trying to arrest people. I just know that these guys are. I mean, evil isn't the word I'd use, but assholes. So just one more can die, then we can. It doesn't matter if we arrest 9 or 10. So 9.
That's true. Like Pinel is kind of like the Han Solo. Porek and Bajko are playing like Rambo meets like Arnold Schwarzenegger the Predator. And Presco, you're just like some dude in a horror movie. Yeah, you're like the Thing. I love it.
The swamp monster.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Okay, cool.
Except I'm fighting for the deep green instead of the regular green.
Okay. Cool. So then
I like to call that archetype, Eric, the dick with the heart of gold.
yes, the Han Solo, the dick with the heart of gold. Okay. So the fight's gonna die down as they you guys have basically killed everyone on the ship. The rest of the people are surrendering, and so we're gonna reunite. But we're gonna do that in about 5 minutes because we're gonna take a quick little break. All right. So don't go anywhere. We see you on the other side of the break. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second part here of episode 25 of the Savage Tide. Our heroes have just cleared out a raid from the Hellfish, a early Crimson Fleet scout. They have caught some prisoners, but the captain is still missing, mysteriously. However, everyone has sort of reconvened on the docks. The ship is burnt down to a husk, and we are meeting with sort of the militia and Lavinia Vanderborn, who sort of led them and the people of Farshore to the defense. Of course, Lavinia is thanked by everybody. And before you have a chance to sort of introduce and reunite for a second, coming sort of down from the hill is a loud, boisterous man and sort of the extra people who are saved in the temple, who's sort of wearing he has a great jovial expression on his face, a big old hat, and a couple of symbols on him that clearly show he's the governor of Farshore. And so everyone's like, good job, Lavinia, like, great job. And then he swoops in and is eager to take credit and say, yes, I know, and thank you. I'm the one who promoted her to Marshal. Thank you. And he's going to come in and, before she has a chance to say hi to you all, he stops in and wants to shake all your hands. He goes, who'd be the first person he shakes?
Oh, me, for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
definitely.
front of that
There's
line.
no argument there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Think of like Winston Churchill, but with a big old like bushy mustache.
Yeah, I'd be like, Pinelapple, maestro of the seas. Pleasure to meet you.
No.
And I put my hand out, it's all floppy.
Oh, Pinnell, you say? Very nice to meet you. And he's like, Lord Mandalay Miravenci. And he like shakes your hand, hand, feather, arm, wing. I'm not sure what you call it. Real strong. Say, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that because I'm like completely loose with it. And it's like, I don't really get why you people do this, but whatever helps.
Yeah. Well, whatever helps, son. We would love to have you for a feast here and give you a chance to play that sweet instrument on your back.
Oh, absolutely.
Wouldn't we crowd? And it's like
absolutely.
Quiet, and everyone's like, "Well, shouldn't we help?" Like, no one's saying like, "Should we help people?" He like is completely doesn't care. Anyways, he moves on. Who would be the next person he shakes hands with?
I mean, I'm on the dock, so probably me.
Okay. Fresco. Ah, Captain, a born leader. He shakes your hand. Real firm.
I'm kind of like like surprised. He just reaches out and grabs my hand. Like,
yeah. Oh, it's and then he like takes it out. He's like, he looks at his hand. It's a little bit slimy and slick and cold.
Yeah, it's got that gack stuff on it from Nickelodeon.
So he like he holds his hand out, and like one of the like his lackeys, one of his little toadies comes over and like brushes his hand for him.
I imagine
Monk before?
I imagine this like Burns and Smithers. Someone that comes out as clean as a.
Yeah, but a little bit more like not as old and more Winston Churchill-y. But yes, in terms of the toady guy, definitely.
I mean the relationship.
The relationship. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So he's obviously also wearing armor that wasn't touched at all. I mean, the dude was cowering in the chapel, like with everyone else. But he's obviously here to take all the credit and glory. So he's Fresco's like, thank you so much. And he's gonna say loudly to everyone after shakes your hand at the captain. It's like, see, I told you help would arrive. That is what a good governor would do. And he's playing it off like you're supposed to be here. Do you let him do that, or do you?
No, I totally let him do that because I'm going to blackmail the fuck out of him and get money for him.
Yeah, right.
But at a later date.
And that's why we cannot say no to such a good feast, or at least another more private get together, Captain? He's basically saying like, hey, bail me out of this, please. Please, let's talk. Please, hi, how's it going? Like, you know what I mean? But he's putting on a great face. But you, someone keen into the insights of people and how they think and how they act, that this dude is totally a scumbag. credit hog who's never worked really hard in his life, and you could totally get him to eat out of your hand in this sort of scenario, right?
Yeah, no, I look at him like
really
dead in the. I look at him straight dead in the eye with pitch black eyes and go, absolutely.
Yeah.
Our pleasure to help.
If the guy doesn't feel uncomfortable afterwards, then actually probably we should worry.
Right. Yeah, no, he's like, yeah. Quality work, Captain. Quality. Capital. and yeah, as he turns away from you, there's that moment of like he's disgusted, but also he can't fake it, like, but then like that goes away and the smile returns again, you know, that he's putting on the face.
I would love it if his lackey keeps looking at me after the governor turns away, just looks at me and just sees me go like smile ear to ear with the teeth again. Like clearly not human teeth.
Right. And the lackey's like, well, sir, shouldn't we be also taking stock of supplies and stuff like that? And he's like, nonsense. Well, there's time for that after. You know, that kind of stuff as he's going by. And yeah, so his little toady guy is crying around, who's not been introduced.
I would love it if the toady guy is super scared of me because I don't look like a nice person.
Yeah. There's several looks back, like, okay, yeah. Assessing you. Sure. So then, let's say it's Bajko or Korik or.
Bajko and Korik are standing at the end of the dock, like together, covered in blood, covered in like soot because
the smoke
the ship was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Is the ship still on fire? Is it like a smoldering husk?
Oh.
Eric.
Yeah, it's still like a smoldering wreck. Like it got burnt down to the waterline, right?
Cool.
And he rudely says, these must be the mercenaries you hired, Captain. Great job. Wonderful work. I'd love to hear about your rates.
I don't.
You two
I don't
strong men.
Anything.
Yeah, right. Not know. He doesn't think you're part of
I make this motion with my head, like just play along, just play.
Yeah. Do you two correct him about your status with the crew? You're muted, Kelsa.
Sorry, I have my tablet only mapped to one monitor, and my unmute button is on the other one. So I don't. I don't think that Bajko would correct him because I feel like he doesn't care what this guy thinks. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't think that being considered a mercenary is necessarily a bad assessment.
Right.
In this situation. So I don't think there's any reason for Bajko to correct him. Or any reason why he would, really.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. It was more towards the relationship between you and the rest of the saviors, basically. Right.
I mean,
so, yeah.
As long as we get credit for our kill count, I don't think Bajko cares.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So then.
Yeah, I think for Korik, this guy is beneath Korik and beneath his goal. So Korik wouldn't even take the time to correct him, I think. Plus, he's a fish zombie, so.
Perfect. So then what he would say is he would point out Lavinia at this point. It's like, okay, heroes of Farshore, please let me show you to my marshal in charge of defense. Her name is Lavinia, and perhaps she could learn a thing or two about defense from you all. Right? And that's definitely sort of like throwing her under the bus, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right? About this is kind of like her fault, and look how great. It's kind of, like a backhanded compliment to you all.
Yeah.
And you see she doesn't really say anything. Like this is kind of like her life right now. and then that's the point where you can get this sort of reintroduction with her. And so she meets. So let's start with Pinnell and Presco, and then it'll be Boschko and Korik, right? So yeah, okay. Pinnell, a very like strong. You're muted, Kelso.
This is what I get, because she hasn't met Pinnell or
exactly
Presco at all. So does she see the two half orcs on the like? Did she see us?
Off,
I guess.
Yeah, you're off of that, and yeah, she did see you all, and she just hasn't a chance to do introductions, so she's trying to like do the order of people who then she wants to see, right?
Mm-hmm.
And talks, but she wants to get introduced to. I mean, she'll start with the captain, right? So
right,
yeah. So Presco, you know, firm.
I walk up and say, Marshal, well organized defense it looks like, and shake her hand.
Thank you. She's like, I'm glad. I see you also have a keen eye for tactics. Yeah.
This is
keeping everyone, your whole, coming here and assessing the situation, being able to adapt. So, kudos to your mobility.
I look at it and say, fluidity is what I do.
Yeah. That's the word to say. Yeah. Perfect. Love it.
Perfect, because water stuff.
Yeah.
Are the bull sharks still on the ship, or are they like?
No, I guess they wouldn't be. I guess they would be here too, right? But they're kind of like around.
So I can tell it's not just four of us. There are other people as well.
Yeah, it's the whole crew. Right. Cool. Well, he's like, well, hopefully we get a chance to meet and talk more later. And then she goes to the panel. Shakes your wing. How do you do?
I do well. How do you do?
Good. She says in air. Is Eric Cochran its own language? Is it Auran?
Auran is like the general bird language, and then Eric Cochran is like the
yeah. She speaks to you in Eric Cochran. She says, forgive the accent, but it was very nice flying.
What does that sound like?
Yeah, it's surprised. It sounds like a songbird, right?
Yeah, I'm like honestly very surprised at this, and I grab her hand with both hands and I shake it, and I'm just like, finally, someone I can actually talk to in my proper language. It's such a relief. Most people don't even care or bother to learn anything like this, so I'm very surprised. I must say, don't listen to the fat man. I'm on your side. It's very nice to hear.
Yeah. She smiles when you say that and stuff. How brazen you are, and how confident you are that the lord of this place doesn't speak Eric Cochran. So you get a chuckle. Yes, of course, I know. Don't worry.
I would say that out of all the humans, there are probably like maybe 1% of humans bothering to learn the language of the birds. So
And so
not even that.
What she says to sort of like diffuse, the what are they talking about situation. She says, "Of course, we owe you a song written about you in your defense of the shore." Right. Like she kind of like gets your accordion and like your shtick a little bit and like plays that up, right? So to diffuse the fact that you're like like don't listen to them, and so they're saying something like, oh, what are they talking about for so long in bird? So she says that in common to everyone. It's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Just being polite.
I would love it if like Penel talks and it sounds like a songbird, and her accent is she sounds like a crow or something.
Yeah, it's.
I was thinking more like when there's, well, not so much that, but I like to imagine that the Eric Cochran, when Eric Cochran are talking to each other, it's kind of like a harmony almost.
Yeah.
In some weird way, like yeah, exactly. So like I imagine it's very much like that. Like she was the first to talk, and then I match her harmony. If that makes sense. Right?
Yeah.
That's how I imagine it going.
Yeah.
So,
I like that a lot.
Really
yeah.
cool.
So there's like a sort of a sense of like not like mimicry, but harmony, where you try to reach each other to talk. Yeah, I like it.
and maybe she doesn't do it, but I definitely like bob my head like in time for this like harmony sort of thing, you know, and maybe like that's kind of like where the accent comes into it, right?
Yeah, that's how you get. Yeah, exactly. That's how you get an accent. I love it.
It's a literal accent. It's literally an accent, but it's a musical accent.
Yeah. That's so cool. Okay. Yeah, and then she finally goes to. I think she's going to greet Bajko and Korik together. She's going to tentatively hold out her hand to you two, like to shake it. You know, like first like the Bajko, then Korik. But she's not sure if she wants to hug you or not. Like that's kind of the read. Like, should you?
You're also covered in blood.
Yeah, but it's like, do you want to? But, I mean, so is she. Like, she was like leading the fight too and stuff, right? And helping people. So she's not like cleaned up yet either. The question here is like, do you give up the facade that you two don't know each other at this moment or not? Like, that's what she's kind of trying to read here.
Okay, so I think hugging is not really Bajko's style.
Sure.
Instead, he's gonna drop to his knee in front of her, and like he had been wielding the warhammer, but he still has his javelin like strapped to him. And so he pulls out this pitch black javelin and he like balances it across his knee as he's kneeling in front of her, and says, "I regret to inform you, I have not fulfilled my mission to destroy your brother."
She says, "Oh, Bajko, that's quite okay." And that's when you get Lord Mathalay going like, "Oh, it seems you are acquainted with these mercenaries. Are they the Jade Ravens too? That you always go on about?" And she doesn't answer him as you two talk.
Actually, I'm a macaw, not a raven. In case you were wondering, they're different birds.
She's going to ask you to rise and say that's quite okay, and keep your hand so you come up as equals, right, as peers, and she's going to look to you, Korik, as well, and say, "Well, you seem to get in the habit of saving our skins."
It seems so indeed.
And she goes to shake your hand, or like kind of like a handshake together, kind of like like chest bump, shoulder handshake thing.
Yeah, Korik follows through.
Yeah.
And he says, "It seems we have a lot to talk about, your ladyship."
Yeah. You got to show me how to swing one of those swords. I've been getting pretty good with this rapier, but I can't take down a ship like you can.
I had some help.
Yeah. Now, Manthalay is clearly getting a little bit jealous that he apparently Lavinia knows you two and stuff. He's like, no, Lavinia, please, we have so much more work to do of assessing the damages and stuff like, and that should be on you, and I should be worry about the reception of the crew of the he's like stammering the name for your ship for you to fill in, Presco. What do you say?
I say the Black Storm.
Yes, of the Black Storm. Yes, that I obviously hired after the failure of the Blue Nixie to arrive here. And so he's like, so there's a couple moments where you can still like talk to Lavinia and stuff like that, and she's like, "I need to talk to you," and you probably have that same thing of like you want to talk to her.
What was the name of the other one? Blue Nixie.
That was like her parents' ship that got burned. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I remembering that from 20 episodes ago?
Yeah. It's like from the first episode. It's the
almost
ship that
a year ago.
It's the ship. It was the ship with the Ragadessa on it. Yeah, it's been repaired and she was using it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's nothing I've heard of.
No, but it is a Savage Tide D cup for sure. apparently something happened to it.
Yeah, we can figure that out from the conversation.
Yeah.
From context. Okay,
So,
yeah,
yeah, so so Manthale is going to invite you all down to sort of like his manor to sort of like talk and privately eat and dine and stuff, while Lavinia is going to have to do all of the hard logistics and find the missing people and do those types of stuff, right? This guy's just here for appearances, take the credit and leave and not do any work. How y'all feel
he's a
about
politician.
that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's human behavior 101.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you Cork's going to talk to Lavinia before we go?
Yeah, you have a couple of moments to do something. Yeah.
He's going to ask, do you need help assessing the damages, your ladyship?
Yeah, and perhaps interrogating these prisoners, if the governor wouldn't mind. Saying, he's like, just kind of rolls his eyes like, Foreigner asks, sure, you could take one of them or whatever for a little bit, but please, I must talk to the captain. And he like and he really wants to be seen next to you, Presco, like arm in arm.
Yeah.
Like,
is he tall or is he
Yeah.
like short and stuff?
No, he's a little bit taller. He's not as tall as you. His hat makes him taller than you, right?
Oh,
with the
okay.
feather in it.
So he's cheating.
Yeah, he's cheating. Think of like the governor from Pocahontas. Is also another good.
I haven't seen Pocahontas. I
Okay.
have no idea.
It's the best anime
My
ever.
childhood
The
was
best
severely
anime.
Disney depraved.
Yeah. Europeans. What can we do with you?
Damn it.
Yeah, thanks,
Uncultured.
all of you.
All of you.
I grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine and was way better than Pocahontas.
Debatable.
Korik
Mhm.
Korik is going to establish some dominance here. And he's
Okay.
gonna say Presco, why don't you interrogate him?
I can do that.
Now, and he kind of chuckles like, now, mercenary. I gotta talk to the captain. It's, you wouldn't know this, but as leaders here, we leaders need to talk together and keep things tight.
I
That's
look
not a
at the
job for
governor.
interrogating. You have a
I kind of
subordinate
look
who's good at
like,
this.
well,
Yeah.
I guess slightly down at the governor. I'm like, I like interrogating with a slight smile. I'm like, I like interrogating. It's fun.
All right. Well, he knows not to press you here, right? Because he knows he's kind of in the bad spot. He was trying to see, but if you really care, then he kind of has to let you do what you want here to maintain appearances. So he's like, oh, I mean, of course, if that is the right tactical thing, of course. I mean, obviously, I meant after. I meant don't dilly dally. He's like walking back what he said. It's super hard.
He's backtracking real bad.
He's backtracking super fast, right? He backtracks as fast as Pano can fly. Okay.
Oh damn!
So he gets back
50 feet a turn.
Yeah,
oh my god!
That's how fast he backtracks from his point. Okay.
He's gonna be back at his house in a couple of turns.
Yeah. So he's fine with that. So you have some time to do that. It's like, fine, but well, dinner will be at 4 p.m. sharp, and I won't take no for an answer.
I look at him and nod. I don't say anything. I just nod, and then I
Sure.
walk up to interrogate.
Yeah.
Are all of the pirates accounted for?
I didn't see where the captain got off to. Oh, I dealt him mighty blows to blow when that rigging went down.
I'd like to grab one of the, because I can hear Korik and Bajko talking, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to grab one of the pirates and look down at him with wide, snaky grin and go, "Where's your cap?"
Sure. It's like he's a bruised up little lackey here. Like a pitiful little scoundrel.
Intimidation?
Yeah, for sure. With advantage.
Hot damn! Look at those 2 rolls.
That's a 12.
Oh, it's above average.
Sure. He remains pretty like he's not really cooperative.
Okay.
Instead, he's not gonna like beg for his life for you or anything like that. He's like, oh, come on, I know how this goes. You're just gonna kill me, so why would I talk? Kind of thing, right? He's like, if you're gonna kill me, get done with it.
I look at him and smile when it says you're just gonna kill him. I say, well, you're right about that. And then I'd like to, if I can, like push him. Is Barco or Korak nearby? Or preferably Korak?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Push him towards the fish zombie.
Yeah.
Push him towards the fish zombie. Like, would you mind asking him again?
Yeah.
You have another chance to intimidate him here, but no longer at advantage.
Okay. I will intimidate him.
Sure.
Korak is going to Korak is going to take his sword. He's going to have a sword in his hand when he starts, and then he'll look at it and drop it. And instead of using a weapon, he bears his sharp like fish fangs.
Love it.
And he says, have you ever wondered what's in the abyss?
Yeah, and he stares into your eyes. Yeah, roll intimidates. That's good.
Okay. I'd also like to argue that I'm using my gruesome features to intimidate.
Oh yeah, totally.
To get my inspiration point back.
Yes, you do. Oh yeah, this is perfect.
22.
Ooh. Lovely, awesome.
I can't control that water.
Yep. When that happens, he's like, "Okay, what do you want to know?" Like he immediately open. You crack him. You crack him like a nut there, Korak. Great work there. You are by far one of the most intimidating people he's ever seen. Yeah, without a doubt. Mm-hmm.
And then Korak takes him by the shoulders and pushes him back towards Presco and says, "Take him."
So is he like shorter than me, or is he taller? Or
yeah,
is he, like on the ground?
He's scrawnier than you. Yeah, he's like.
Okay, I look at him again. With my eyes aren't pitch black anymore; they're just clearly snake eyes, like slitted eyes and slightly.
Also creepy. Yeah, he's like, what are you?
Yeah.
Like who are these people? What are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whites are yellow for me. They're like jaundice yellow.
Yeah.
And,
we've all been watching Good Omens.
Yeah.
And pale, the like slitted irises, but blue around, like slitted pupils, but blue irises. And I look at him and go, "So, where's your captain?"
He says, "Brogan, Brogan's probably on the. I don't know. He probably burned in the ship. How do I know? It doesn't seem to be lying to you. I don't know."
I thought
he killed him.
Like I'd like to raise my voice and look over the rest of the prisoners. Like, anyone know where the captain is?
Everyone's like, you killed everyone trapped on the ship. They didn't see him. He was on the ship.
Oh.
Only the dead can tell the tale. You can't speak to dead, can you?
Ooh. No, but I can steal their soul.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
I'd like to go on the ship, juggling my barnacle.
Well, I think the bodies that are around that were recoverable have been taken off the ship, right? They're like lined up on the pier.
Oh, perfect.
For sure.
But the captain's
look
not
at
one of them?
anything, or any member that looks like he's got like fancier clothes, or
I mean,
oh my god,
they're
this
just charred bodies. It's not like a distinguishable thing, right? There's no telltale sign. The rapier got knocked out of his hands, which is totally recoverable, by the way. Like as far as treasure goes, there's definitely a magic rapier.
Nobody's gonna use a rapier.
I might.
The martial. Oh, you might, or the martial girl might. Like I can't remember her name.
Lavinia.
Lavinia. Livonia is a part of Estonia, I think. So yeah, no. I mean, do I, as a caster, do I sense magic? Any like? I don't want to. I don't have cast like detect magic, but do I?
Yeah, you do detect. I know you can feel, you can sort of sense where magic could be, like based on like attunement and stuff like that, and you don't feel it in those bodies. So you get the feeling that they escaped alive. You know.
Do I see a raft?
No, but in the they had to have gone some other way. Yeah.
Korik turns to Pinel and says, look for him from the sky.
Like in the ocean?
In the ocean, in the town. If you see him, tell us.
I mean, what does he look like?
I know what he looks like. I'll describe him.
Yeah. Right. Like a Captain Barbarossa-esque figure, right? Older Caucasian, facial hair, beard, kind of long hair, tied into a short little ponytail in the back. Tattoos, missing a bunch of teeth. But,
okay. I'll try and find him in the air, Eric.
Yeah. I mean, as preliminary scouting, you don't spot him. Like he's not.
Yeah.
You know, if he's hiding good inside a building or something. You know, no one's like skulking around.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Is there any sort of tracking I can do? Maybe.
I mean, not really. I mean, you don't have enough to go off of at this point, right? There's not enough leads.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I'm a rogue. If I'm following my roguish temperament, and I was trying to escape a battle, where would my instinct lead me?
To the water.
To the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would probably.
But then again, I can fly.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll if I can't find him in the town, I'll just do a quick sweep of the bay, see if he's swimming somewhere.
Sure. I can tell you that no matter what you roll, you won't find him because he's not there.
That's okay. I still do the due diligence.
Yeah, of course, right? Yeah, your character wouldn't know that, so like you would. Yeah, I'm just saying that you don't have to roll because there's no chance of success here. No, something else. You can't find a path or anything. Like he like ran off into the harbor, into the rest of the island. There doesn't seem to be like any sort of like trail or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I just come back and I'm just shrug and I'm just like, it's like asking me to find a needle in a haystack when everyone looks the same.
Yeah. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. Who knows? He could be pretending to be a commoner in this town now, right? He could have teleported away, you know, like who knows?
Trying to find a hay straw.
Yeah. The guy you are intimidating, the little scraggly, cowardy guy, he tells you that Captain Prokin is a crafty, wily man. He loves his poisons and potions. Maybe he had something. Doesn't no, but and no potion gonna save him from the blows of that orc there. You know, they still think he's dead.
I mean, might be.
Yeah.
So.
But anyways, like interrogation wise, he tells you that that they are mercenaries hired by the Crimson Fleet to sort of keep tabs on Farshore and kind of like get in there and cause some ruckus.
Well, they did.
Yeah, right. Apparently, the Crimson Fleet has some plans, right? Which you all
this
also
is a
heard about.
fortified settlement. This would be a great place to put like an outpost for the Crimson Fleet. I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's really
Bay,
yeah.
Guarded, fortified settlement with, mountain on one.
Yeah.
Fairly or easy access to food and just like wood for repairs and everything. Yeah, it would be cracking pirate bay.
Right, which is exactly why Vanthus was able to sell the plan so well. So you all know more than this guy's leading on. He doesn't bring up Vanthus at all. He doesn't bring up anything like that. He was just told by the captain here is that he got word that the Crimson Fleet is doing something, and they're supposed to be sort of the the harbingers, so to speak, right? They had a couple months to come in here and cause a stir before the great old play is supposed to begin, right?
Cause a ruckus.
Yeah.
Weaken the defenses.
Exactly.
It's like the opener before the main event.
Exactly.
It's a soft opening.
Yeah, you know what? I love the idea that you use a gladiatorial reference. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, totally, right? Like this is like a warm-up fight.
Mm-hmm.
For the big one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We who are about
rapier?
Yeah, so I think during your scouting and stuff, you do spot the sort of shimmering rapier still in like the wreck of stuff, right? It's a it's a +1 rapier. Doesn't require attunement.
Okay. Sweet.
Looks elven. So it's like it's slimmer and longer than a regular rapier. It does the same amount of damage. It's just sort of got that and a little bit more curvy, like pommel-y stuff, like pommel and pommel guard and stuff is all sort of much more adorned in floral filigree.
Mm-hmm. Well, if anyone wants a rapier, if not, I'll happily take it.
I don't think anyone else would use it.
All right, so that's finesse. So I can use the offhand scimitar still, so that's fine. Cool.
I have -1 dexterity. I do not want a finesse weapon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to you go to wield it and stuff. Like your gut is to tell you that it's unwieldy and long, but then it's like it turns out to be perfectly balanced and smooth and
as all things should.
Yeah, it has a yeah, you know what? I think you would know this. Yeah, it's made of mithril.
Ooh.
Hot damn.
Like part like not the whole blade, but like it's part of the filigree and stuff like that. Like that's what makes it so light and balanced is that half of its weight is mithril.
Oh, I'd love the idea of a rapier and instead of a fuller to relieve the weight of steel.
Yeah.
It's the fullers like that section which would be fuller is just mithril.
Yeah.
Like engraved stuff.
You get it. Yeah, no, you get it. That's why it's so easy, like more balanced as well as slightly magical. Yeah.
I will name her Songbird.
Love it. Cool. Yeah. It wishes through the air and it sounds, yeah.
Apparently it's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Difference between a D6 and a D8 on damage +1, so not bad.
Nice.
Cool. So,
Korik says to Lavinia, finding that man is probably important. If it gets back to the Crimson Fleet, they'll know we're here.
Agreed. That should be one of many high priorities, she says sadly. There's a lot to go on. Kind of looking around. There's still medical stuff to do, picking up the supplies, making sure everyone's taken care of. In addition, now it sounds like there's she gets from the impression she's here when you're interrogating them, right? So like she needs to know more about this threat, right? Now apparently we have something else to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Problems keep stacking up.
Yeah. Korok will go to the worst of the people that were wounded and begin using his lay on hands.
Sure.
So that the city, like the little colony here, isn't like using up a lot of its like medical resources.
Yeah, sure. You go help the other cleric here. The priest of the area.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna use however much I need to.
Erroneous. Sure. Don't worry. Yeah. To help everyone who's injured, though, it's gonna probably, let's just say, to help everyone who's injured. Do you have 20 lay on hands?
I have 35 total.
Yeah. So then you can burn 20 of it here. It's not gonna matter because I don't think there's gonna be any more combat. But like, just in general,
how do you have 20 lay on hands?
5 per level.
Is it like a special thing?
So it's 5 per level, and I'm level 7.
Is that, I did not know that was a thing. Is that a paladin thing?
Yeah.
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 It's how they
So I can. Yeah, it's how I bring like me and Bajko back up to full health after like a mini fight before the boss.
Which we're always doing.
Does that come back with a long rest? Like how does that recharge?
Yeah, I think it's a long rest.
I think it's a long rest because that's a lot for like a short rest. Yeah, it's a long rest.
I've just never played paladin before, so when people say like, "Yeah, I have 50 lay on hands," I'm like, "Fucking what?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played paladin since 3.0.
I use it to basically heal Bajko back up. A lot of my stuff is to heal Bajko back up.
It's good. Bajko needs a lot of help.
Eric, I would love to like the charred remains of
the ship.
The pirates, not the ship, but are they like on the ship or are they on the pier?
They're on the pier. Right.
I would love to
take their souls.
Like read them their last rites and make it look like I'm like blessing their souls while I'm like
actually stealing them.
Yeah.
Sure. As you do.
Going into the barnacle.
Sure. Can you make a deception check? The only person who would like know that you're not doing that would be like the actual priest, and he doesn't really care too much about those pirates, right? He was going to do them last anyways. So like the fact that you're going to do them first is fine with him. Right. So like he's the only one who would like know something's weird. So just make a deception check, I think. Or if you think it's a religion roll, I'll let you do that instead.
I'll take deception.
Holy shit. Okay. They don't have a chance to spot that unless they roll a natural 20.
Yeah, no, the only thing I'm doing is like going and closing their eyes or whatever remains of their eyelids, and at the same time I'm like putting the barnacle in their mouth.
Yeah. Right. Cool.
And their soul comes out and it's fine. Don't worry about it.
And then I just fish out the barnacle and move on to the next guy. It's like, hey, Dagon's got new recruits. Like another 12 people.
Yeah. I feel like each soul you add to the barnacle, like the barnacle changes a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Gets a little girthier, you know, a little veinier.
Yeah, the last one trying to fit a football into his mouth. Open wider, goddammit.
I was thinking it's becoming more like the shell is turning more into like a nautilus, you know, like that sort of like spiral thing to it.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
But like it's not like a pure spiral. Instead, it has like a weird like like chaos sign in the nautilus as well.
I would love it if the nautilus has like a Mobius strip quality.
Yeah.
So it doesn't geometrically it doesn't really make sense. You have to look around and try to follow lines. It always.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's super nice. That's a cool touch. Good job. Yeah, I love that.
Nice.
Sure.
Yeah. So I steal like 12 or something souls.
Yeah. So you hear that ultimately right now you hear the Hellfish was based out of a place called Rat's End, which is some like podunk little port nearby. That's just a little pirate cove. They were here. They were not working for they were working for the Crimson Fleet, but not the Crimson Fleet. They were here. Yeah.
Consultants.
Yeah, they were mercenaries. They were contractors. Here to basically say, just like spy on you, harass you, raid, do that stuff for a couple months, and then we'll be here. Keep you soft, basically is the idea. But instead, they got defeated by you. Now Lavinia is figuring out that we have a couple months to do some stuff, and now we have the problem of what's to be done in the time since then, and like it's getting close to the time of dinner, right? And so she doesn't have time to like talk you through all of the decisions of what needs to get done, but there are several things that come up that she wants to hear your feedback on, right? So for example,
I was going to say,
yeah.
I needed to be at the mayor's or the governor's mansion at dinner.
Right. You all are, as guests of honor, were asked to come there for dinner, right? Oops. There we go. That's a thing, right? But the other big thing for that is so she knows that. But Lavinia is definitely the one to kind of like talk to about because she has the better sense of the logistics of what needs to be done. She knows that there are things to do around the town that can like reinforce stuff, but she also knows that the militia of Farshore, even if you muster everybody, can't rebuff a large scale attack, right? Not even just this one ship. So you're going to need to get allies to help, and supplies.
Or another cleric that can do control water.
They're bringing more clerics. Yeah,
that's fine.
So a couple things. So she brings up.
Are any of their new clerics aquatic?
I mean, this remains to be seen. So here's some things to know, right? She says that there's the Almond tribes that you can try to unite and bring to help you out to bear, right? They're on Farshore's fairly good terms with them. They might be willing to help. But the problem is that there's not enough time to do them all. So it's like, what do we do to do? So like there are things of like leading building operations like fortifications, watchtowers, that kind of stuff, mines, or like trapping the bay, right? There's asking, traveling to more into the Isle of Dread, talking to the Almond and getting some of their warriors, right? In the largest village, the village of Tanarora. I never actually spoke. I just only read it. There's other people to talk to. There's the tribe of Fanatons. Those are the lemurs that I was talking about. They might be able to help. As well as the Blue Nixie, which crashed on the shores, another part of the Isle of Dread. So maybe going over there and with your ship to go find that wreckage and maybe recovering stuff from that would be useful as well. But the problem is, there's a lot of things to talk about, but there's not a lot of time to actually have the talk because you get sucked away to the meeting, right? So. So she's like got through all of the things that could happen, and and whatever you guys can decide on to do too, right? That you think that might work. But by then it's you hear the bells, and that's it's time for dinner. So I think we're gonna call it there tonight. And we spend the last couple of seconds here. Are any of those things any of those plans sound interesting? It's more like me as what should I be kind of prepping for next sessions? Obviously, we're going to do the dinner thing, but then, shoring up the town, allying with the Almonds, finding the Fanatons, or searching the shipwreck, like any of that stuff.
I'm all in for diplomacy style missions at the moment. I think those would be fun, but I know the rest of the party is just like,
murder,
kill, right? So
do we have to? Does everyone have to go on the same mission?
Technically no, and I can abbreviate then the stuff there if you want to do it that way instead.
Well, I mean, like it's also worth pointing out, like if it's like thick jungle and stuff like that to this other place, I can very easily get there quickly. So realistically, like going on a diplomacy mission by myself wouldn't be all that bad, I guess, especially if I have like I don't know, some sort of writ from the governor or like the lady here or anything like that, right? That can help with clarifying the need here, and the other guys can sail and do the stuff that requires boating and whatnot. Like,
I would love for us to turn Pinel into a messenger macaw instead of a messenger pigeon. It's literally you flying with like a scroll grabbed in your legs, going, "Hi, deliver," and fly back.
Well, yeah.
So the idea that I carried in my legs when I have a backpack, it's like,
well, whatever.
I have an idea.
Sure.
Although it's kind of a hell idea as a DM. So we do Pinel going on diplomacy missions. Presco and Bajko take the bull sharks and go find that ship that I forgot the name of, even though we said it like 5 times.
The Blue Nixie.
And yeah, the Blue Nixie. And Korok is going to hunt down the captain.
Other than the fact that I think Bajko kind of wanted to hunt down the captain just because he got away from me, but I don't think it would take much for Korok to convince Bajko that he's better off.
I think Korok's thinking, or at least my thinking, is that Bajko is the person who's been leading the bull sharks.
Yeah, totally. I don't think it would take much for Korok to be able to convince Bajko of that, and he'll be a little bit disappointed, but also like that's his kind of his job,
right?
Yeah, and Korok has the abilities to hunt down a man.
He has a special set of skills.
It would be really cool. Yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, tracking down this captain, right? Captain Proke. So, okay.
Well, the other thing that's worth pointing out too is LZT has some mighty fine spells available to him that can shape the earth, potentially using water in such ways that makes it a little bit more defensible. Or, like for example, you could also go back and maybe try and find like I forget his name now, More? What
Molos?
my previous
Molos,
character?
yeah, bringing Molos back, yeah, to help.
Yeah, I was thinking about Molos.
Yeah,
because he could set up like reefs
underwater
everywhere.
Stuff. Yeah,
and
exactly,
like
right? Yeah, that would be dope as hell. Yeah,
like there's a couple of things you could do for like basically just like setting up the battlefield in a certain way, right? So.
Yeah, and I would love to see if I can get Josh and Katie, if they're free, to come back too for that one session.
That'd be amazing.
Cool. Yes, it would.
That'd be so good.
I'd love
the Endgame shit.
I'd love the idea of like building an exterior wall for the bay and then just control all the water out of the bay so they can't get in. It's like, sorry guys, you're gonna have to stay out there.
We also have to get Desolate Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Join
us too.
Oh, that'd be so sick. I love that. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so we have a lot to plan and talk about for next session. Let's get out of here, y'all. Yeah, let's go around. LZT outros. Starting with you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. This was fucking awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be back.
Can't wait to play again.
Yeah.
It's so good to be back. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Lima Zulu Tango. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. This was a blast. Thanks for everyone for playing. MC.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. It's so great to be back. So great to be playing again. You can find me on Twitter at DempseyDMC. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching.
Thank you, Dempsey.
Oh, Henley. Sorry.
Yo, everyone. How's it going? I don't really have that many things to shout out other than the fact that my game came out on Switch. You can go and buy that right now. It's called Warlocks 2 Godslayers. It's doing exceptionally well. We sold $50,000 worth over the first 3 days, so pretty happy with that result. And yeah, you can go check that out. Otherwise, you can go check out all the old archives of my role-playing stuff at youtube.com/Henley. That's me.
Yeah.
Sorry,
awesome. Thanks, Henley.
Hello, I'm Kelsa. If he hadn't got a phone call, then he would have thrown it over to me, but that's okay.
We got you.
I play role-playing games on the internet. Besides this, last night, in my Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands game on my channel, which is Kelsa Delphi on Twitch and YouTube, it was amazing, and one of my players has written a song in character. You can find that on, I've retweeted on my Twitter at Kelsa. It's pretty great. And then I mean, each episode of Love and Banjo Phil Skyfist Dive is only 2 hours long. And so it's not that hard for you to catch up if you want to find out what is going on in the love lives of these mech pilots, slash, rock stars, slash accountants.
Yeah.
We've been, I mean, the fact that we're playing a long form game of Mobile Frame Zero Firebrands is already a hack, but we've been hacking it a little bit further and kind of putting twists on some of the games. And I think it's a lot of fun to I don't know, to add a little bit of flavor to our own personal bantrol. So
it's
fun.
yeah. I have not done any firebranding in such a long time. I need to go vicariously enjoy it through you. I miss that game tremendously.
It's such a good game.
It is very
such a good game. Yeah, that's me. I also play in one other D&D game a week. You can find out about it if you follow me on Twitter, because I tweet about it when I'm going live. It's on Thursdays. We're playing Tomb of Annihilation, and I like that one because I'm a Tabaxi monk and I also get to be a badass.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, so you're
just a different type of badass.
So you get to be totally full of jungles and fighting all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, D&D.
I have an offline game which I hope we get to play today, but there's been so much drama going on with that game and schedule conflicts and everything. But that's where I get to be an evil cleric.
Yep.
Because that's so much fun. It's terrible too because I'm still somehow the voice of reason because I may be evil, but I'm not stupid.
I mean, Fresco is neutral evil, so he's not. He's
that my character in that game tonight is definitely out for herself, and she's out for money, and she doesn't care who she has to hurt to get it. So
that's awesome. Cool. Love it.
Yeah.
Then it's me. Thank you all. I'm Eric. I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere. I'm on a couple of role-playing games. You can catch me tonight playing The Ultraviolet Grasslands, which is like Mobius meets Marco Polo. Then tomorrow is the Sunfall Cycle, which I play Kairos, who's sort of like a gladiator slash like Legion, basically a character out of Band of Blades, but in D&D. So yeah, like that a lot. And then in some other games in the week, but they're not streamed. You can catch me running the Forbidden Lands in some people's Discords, and I don't know, a bunch of other games. I just got the Aliens game. I can't wait to read that and run some stuff of that. So anyways, if you like random games, follow me. With that, we're out of here. So thank you all so much, and we'll be back next week for episode 26. All right, so bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.